Well, we've been here for a long time. This is our 30th growing season. We bought the property in 1982 with the idea of growing vegetables for our restaurant, and then we decided to grow some grapes too. And it's just developed into such a cool spot, not just for growing stuff, but for protecting habitat and for the kids programs, the farm to school and the pumpkin patch tours. I'd just like to see that go on forever. Well, about probably 25 years ago, our manager at the time, Lynn Lesjak, had a friend who was a kindergarten teacher who asked if we had any pumpkins, and we said yeah. So can I bring my class out? Sure. So it started from just that one small patch in one class 25 years ago, but now it's gotten to where we have about 1,000 kids a year, almost all preschoolers in Ashland and Talent, preschool and kindergarten, and also Head Start kids from all over the valley. So about 10 years ago, we started a nonprofit. Chris Ammon and Janine Sturm, who worked here at the time, started an organization that we called the Eagle Mill Farm Education Project, and operated here for 7-8 years. And then I think about 3 years ago, it morphed into the Farm to School program, which is it covers more farms in the valley. There's Rogue Valley Farm to School, but Farm to School is also an organization that's at least statewide, maybe in other states also. And the idea is you get little kids out here, kindergarten up or even preschool up, and they come out and they see the dirt and they have their worm patches and they have their places where they grow their lettuce for their lunch. And they, in the fall, or harvest meals in the fall, when we have the warm weather vegetables, they help pick the vegetables. You know, they even make raspberry and blackberry pies sometimes in the fall. So it's a way of kids connecting with food at an early age, because most kids are really disconnected from, from where food really comes from. I think it goes back to my my roots as a fisherman. Back, from being interested in fish from the time I was 5 years old, and especially being interested in the salmonid fish, the salmon and steelhead. And with Bear Creek running right through the property, which is a viable salmon, Chinook salmon, and summer steelhead stream, I wanted to really give that some permanent protection. And the only way really to do that is with the type of easement we've done with the Land Conservancy, because if we hadn't done that, the next person could come in and decide that there's too many birds and they're stealing the grapes, and they could go cut down all the big trees and they might get their hand slapped, but there wouldn't really be a whole lot anybody could really do about it, especially after the fact. So by having that permanent protection on the riparian areas of Bear Creek and Butler Creek, that's a half a mile of Bear Creek and a small portion of Butler Creek that is protected forever as fish habitat. Plus, I love birds. You might even be able to hear in the background the red-tailed hawk that's in the nest about 100 yards away. That they make lots of noise, so that crying noise in the background, that's not a child being abused, that's the red-tails talking to each other. As far as doing the agricultural easement, we need to grow more food locally rather than less, and so by having the agricultural easement on the ag area, then that was a permanent protection there, so it won't be something else.